Very good afternoon to all of you. I understand that there has been a lot of information coming your way, and there is a possibility that you might feel overloaded even more because there is a presentation which is loaded with numbers. But excuse me for that, but there's a story behind what we are going to present today. So there are 2-3 things that we are going to present today. So the first being that what is IPI, India Phygital Index, and why are we presenting? Why is it so important to you? What are the key findings and what are the roadmaps, opportunities and challenges that we're going to see in next 4 or 5 years as far as the omni-channel maturity is concerned? So let's have a look at what exactly is omni-channel maturity index all about. And it's also very important to understand that why we have spent so much time in measuring the omni-channel maturity across the retail industry. We have spent 4 months doing this along with the Images Group. And there's a lot of effort which has gone behind in terms of what exactly is the state of omni-channel. And what we believe is that omni-channel has reached a situation where it is truly going to transform the business completely. Retail business is going to transform completely. It has never happened before that there is an opportunity to foster collaboration among e-commerce, stores, supply chain functions. There is a great opportunity for fostering the collaboration there because without that, you can't really deliver online orders from stores. I mean, that is a possibility only when you have collaboration out there. There is so much data available now. Consumer understanding is possible and you can deliver a very, very personalized kind of messages to the consumer. Though it's not happening at this point in time, but there is significant possibility to transform the business that way. There are certain problems if you look at, if you're from fashion industry, sell-through problems, broken size problems, inventory in wrong places, etc., etc. I think these are the problems which can be solved by omni-channel, certainly. Lastly, omni-channel has significant potential to transform the business itself. I mean, there are examples, for instance, Mercedes India has completely transformed their model from selling through the franchisees or dealers or going through D2C completely. So that's a significant transformation. They're saving 15-20% of the cost. They're getting very good traction from consumers. So that is something which is possible when omni-channel is there. Now, if this is a important aspect of retail business, the omni-channel transformation, critical stage, we said let it be the most comprehensive way in which the evaluation has to be done. There are 5 parameters that we said we will evaluate the business on. And there are 78 sub-parameters. So that's the kind of depth that we had gone. Our consulting team, 8 resources were deployed and they found out these findings. So there are 5 things that we are talking about. So number 1 is the share of e-commerce into the business. Number 2 is the organizational maturity, as in, the collaboration between e-commerce and store, whether it's happening or not. Number 3 is the omni-channel feature. How many features are you offering to consumers? Number 4 is the practices. For example, are you paying incentive for delivering your, for fulfillment of the online orders from the stores? 5th is your customer journey itself, that how seamless is the customer journey? Throughout the customer journey, is it broken, is it seamless, etc. So these are the 5 parameters on which we had based our study on. And there is a very, very, I would say, a solid methodology that we had used in order to get the scoring done. There is some percentage that we had assigned that, okay, if you have 4 features, you will be getting 25% rating and so on and so forth kind of thing. 102 retailers mapped, 70 stores visited, and a lot of industry experts that we had gone and met. Now, here is the key finding. So I'll ask you to take a moment out of your busy thought schedule at this moment And just focus on this slide for a moment, because this is a key slide that perhaps is a summary of everything. So overall, you are doing very good. The question you may have is that if the overall rating that you are getting is 47.7%, it is not even halfway mark. But the point is, the omni-channel journey started only 2 years back, or at the most maybe 3 or 4 years back. Real thirst happened 3 years back. So as a kid who is just begin to walk, as a toddler, you are doing very well at this point in time. And so 47% is good, reasonably scored. So I would like you to give a round of applause to the retail industry that the score has been very decent. So thank you so much. Asha, where do you doing good? So the share of e-commerce, the first parameter you're doing very good, 55% there. Second is number of features that you're offering to consumers, endless aisle, the click and collect, the e-commerce facility, etc. That has also come out very nice. Reasonably okay job is the practices. They're coming up, collaboration, technology, etc. The customer journey part is little patchy at this moment, but still very come out decently well. The area that is not so doing well is the collaboration between the stores and e-commerce. That's the area where there is a little bit of challenge, and I'll show through slides that what exactly is the challenge out there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the findings we are going deep now. The number one finding, we talked about share of e-commerce, and share of e-commerce today is 13% of the total business of brick and mortar retailers. So total business, if you look at, is around 90%, and $90 billion. Out of $90 billion, 11 billion is e-commerce. 13% is not a mean or a small number to look at. And the good part is that you have created the foundation for it to reach 25% very soon, which means $11 billion will become $55 billion in 5-6 years. And to get a share of 25% is again a significant achievement as far as the omni-channel business is concerned. One more thing I'd like to narrate. I mean, this is a story that I can communicate. We did surveys. We went to 70 stores, and some of the stores that we went to, we realized that the number of online orders were more than walk-ins. In one case, it was 3 times. So, I mean, that might be because of some seasonality or offers being there, but that is the kind of energy or momentum that we saw in the field. The second part we talked about is the organizational maturity, that whether the store employees are encouraging customers to shop online or not. I mean, if there is a size which is not available, if there's a particular color which is not available, are the store employees prompting the customers to go online? Are there enough QR scan available or not? Number 3, are the incentives in place or not? These are 3 parameters on which we judged the omni-channel maturity for organizational maturity. Now, these are examples that we wanted to pick up and show you that we saw how click and collect, how endless options, how returns to store is visible to the customers inside the stores. It's very clear in some of the examples. But the unfortunate part is, having done all the groundwork, having done all the infrastructure, this picture that you see here is only with very small portion of retailers. I mean, we visited again 70 stores, and I'll reveal some data regarding that. Again, the same story, that endless options, whether you are there or not, along with the picture, the presentations, that along with the price tag, do you have a QR scan available or not? Just at this stage, I'd like to pause and ask a question to you, that what percentage of retailers do you think are showing QR codes or online website information inside the stores? Any guesses for that? 1%. Okay, that's a good answer, but anybody else? 15%. So that's another number. Any third guess you'd like to make? Anybody? Okay. I think we'll live with that. We have enough responses. So the answer is 17%. So great guess that way. So 17%, the heart of cross-channel promotion is not happening, sir. So it is likely the change management process has not happened so far. And that's where, we definitely need some effort out there. Similarly, the number of features you talked about, delivery times are 23% of the retailers are now ready to give you same day or next day delivery. Omni-channel feature, again, you look at the click and collect, there is 23% of the retailers who are offering you. Surprisingly, chatbot, which is an easy feature to offer, is only 19 kind of percentage who are offering this kind of feature. But you're doing good overall. Technology, excellent work, sir. The maturity, the standard offerings, the standard set of systems are already in place. But we see there will be a catch-up game. There are sort of challenges. The talent-wise, there is a challenge which is likely to take place, etc. And I talked about how the collaboration is still a challenge. The KPIs alignment between stores and e-commerce continues to be a challenge. So this is what the customer journey, which is the hallmark of any omni-channel retail, how good or bad it is. And there are 15 touch points across, it goes from awareness to engagement to purchase to retention. Every point, there are different set of people who are handling the customer. So how seamless it is? As of now, as when I was also mentioning that it is a little patchy, it is not seamless as Sephora website you would see, but there are challenges out there. So there, if you look at just example we picked up, and again, we like your observation out here, is that this is a retailer which offer click and collect, okay? And if you offer click and collect, that's a good feature, exciting feature. Only 20% of the retailers are doing it, and therefore it should be promoted. But the point is, we have reached the checkout point, and we still don't have click and collect easily seeable out there. And here it is hidden at the corner where it says press edit and leads to click and collect option. Now click and collect option is appearing. So, it is at the end, it is likely to happen to you. And you have selected now the store. I selected the Ambience Mall in Gurgaon region. But on the irony is, if you look at order summary, the shipping charges for click and collect is still appearing. Because shipping charges should not have been there, ideally speaking. So that is the case. Now, going forward very quickly, we have reached a stage where we are partially connected. Now, the consumer world is getting very, very complex. Personalization, people want very, very specific solution. What is it that I would wear and look good in a ceremony like this? Or what is about the hair that I have, and what kind of solution you have? So the very specific kind of solution people are looking forward to, and that is not happening at this point in time. So going forward, that stage we are looking at. Community building, reviews, ratings are so very important these days, but again, it's a weak portion. Hopefully, in next 4 or 5 years, we will have a very strong community, as good as, let's say, as vibrant as Amazon or other kind of marketplaces that we see around. Now, one example that I want to leave with, I started with this example. I said, how Mercedes in India has transformed their business model completely. They implemented something they call retail of the future model, which is omni-channel model, very, very simply speaking. Now, they sell cars directly to the buyers. So basically, the ownership of inventory is not with the dealers any longer. So there is a transparency to the consumer directly, and they have taken charge of the inventory. The Mercedes company has taken charge of the inventory completely. So what is happening is that the purchase is happening on the website, and 100 million of sales in a month has brought down the dealer cost structure by 15-20%, and reduction of selling to consumer of 1-2 lakh rupees. So imagine the kind of benefit the omni-channel can deliver to you. Just to sum up here, I think industry has done quite well. There is a great foundation on which we can move forward for a seamless, personalized, and profitable omni-channel. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to interacting with you later on during the next sessions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anil. I'm going to ask you to stay on stage because we have the launch of a fantastic report, and I'm going to get a bunch of people up here on the stage to share it with us. Bhavesh Pitroda, CEO Images. Yeah, in the center, thanks. Vinay Bhatia from MessageBird. Naveen Joshua from Green Honchos. Manoj Patel in the India. Vineet Chadda from Images. Shaurya Samani from Images. And Gopal Kumar from Bhima Jewels.
Thank you all for being able to support this initiative. And thanks Vinay, Naveen for joining us. Gopa, thank you very much. Thanks Anil again for the whole hard work. I request Vineet and Shaurya to stay on stage. Thank you everyone. This has been Phygital Retail Convention. I know last 2 years have been very challenging for most of the brick and mortar retailers. And we tried to create a platform which will enable the physical retailers, the brick and mortar retailers in the phygital world. This has been tireless work, and we thank all the partners, the industry who've been supporting us for the last 30 years, and also the team who's tirelessly working to make this happen. Thank you all, and look forward to 2 days of enriching sessions, great networking, and I hope you meet all of you each other. Thank you very much.